Hey everybody! Well, this week I've got to work on the gate right behind me and fix a huge problem that we have had ever since it was built. And Mother Nature isn't going to make it easy on me because it is hot and I almost get to the point that I'm blacking out during the middle of working on this in this summer heat. So you aren't going to want to miss it. We're Douglas and Esperanza, and we decided to leave our lives in the U.S., sell almost everything we own, and move to Baja California Sur, where we decided to start a resort in the magical town of Loreto, Mexico. Please come with us to follow our journey and live before you die. Hey everybody! Well, I'm getting started early this morning. It's not even sunrise yet. You can see it's kind of dim here probably. And we are going down to work on the gate. So I've mentioned this in our videos before. We've had some problems with the gate. The track was not installed correctly and I didn't catch it because of the way they were doing it. I didn't catch how the track was going to be put together, or I never would have done this. When they built this track for the gate, let me see if I can get this so you can see it. So they recessed the track down so that the top of the track is level with the concrete. I'm really not even sure why they did this. I mean, I guess it makes the gate a little bit closer to the ground, but the problem with this is that the rocks get down into this groove here and then they jam up on the wheels, and we've had the entire gate jam so it wouldn't move, and I had to come figure that out. And then we had another instance when guests were here and the gate actually came off of the track. The wheel made a little ramp, the gate came off of the track, and then it was just off of the wheel and it was like pounding on the wheel. So this needs to be fixed. Now, the reason that it's having the problems is because of this slot here. And we need to get this track up on top of the ground with nothing on the sides of it, so that if there are rocks, the rocks just get pushed away by the wheel and it doesn't cause any problems. This is how you do a track when it's around gravel or anything else. I don't even think I'd ever do a track like that in concrete, because any little piece of debris that gets in there can cause a problem and you're just asking for trouble. So I went down and bought some metal, and I was trying to figure out a way to fix this track in the easiest way possible that would still be very robust and durable. So that's what we're doing today. I've got to get the welder down here. I've got to get the cutters down here, everything ready to go so we can work on this. Hopefully before it gets too hot today. Going to be 100. It is already like 87 degrees at 6 a.m. So we need to get working early, because by the time the sun gets up here and we're in the sun, it's good. Unless I put up a pop-up tent, it's going to be hard to work here. So try to get at least a track done today. Out here at the gate, and I got the gate off the track, leaned up against that tree there so I can work on the track down here. And I marked where the wheels end when it opens and closes, all along the track, and where the wheels end in the back, because of course the new track has to go at least that far, and it will probably go a little bit farther. All right, already hit the first snag, and I think it's gonna stop me dead in my tracks here. So, I didn't pay attention to one thing when I bought this, and it is, I wanted this big enough that it could span this entire, over this groove. Then I could weld it to this angle iron here. And because it's only going to weld to the angle iron right on the ends here and over there, this has to be pretty solid on its own. And this fits inside this track. And that means that there's no way a little weld over here and a little weld over there is going to hold this thing flat. So I need a piece of flat bar that can span that entire gap. And it looks like the flat bar, I mean, I got 2.5 inch. The gap is 2.5 inch, so I would say at least 4 inch. So I would say I need at least a 4 inch flat bar. All right, I got a helper out here. Esperanza's out here to help because we're trying to get this done. It's really hot.
Very hot.
But we can't close the gate now until we get this done. At least get the track on.
All right, let's do it.
All right, I had them cut the plates at the store, so I don't have to worry about cutting them. So that's good. So now it's just welding. Ready?
Yes. What are those gloves made of?
I think they have, I don't know, they're made for welding. They have some kind of heat-proof stuff in them. I don't know if it's the same stuff they put into like firemen's uniforms, probably, is what I'm guessing. All right, I have to see with 110, no shielding gas, 115, 35, what is the thickest I can make this? 735 1/4 inch. We're welding 1/4 inch, so that's perfect, 735. So I set it to 735. That's the feed rate and the current. Pretty good. Now you see why I had to leave spaces. I could do a big long bar, but then it'd only have 2 welds on it at the very far end. It wouldn't be super strong.
Did you take that gate off by yourself?
Yes, I did.
How did you do that? That thing's a beast.
It is.
Is this the angle iron that the track or the wheels run down?
Yeah.
So I take it the wheels have a groove in them that goes over the top of this instead of sitting in it?
Okay, Hoa. Dizzy.
Yeah. Here's the water. This one's not fully melted.
So if you take these off, I can't get it back on.
Oh, they're
When they're
just sweaty.
sweaty.
You scare me when you push it this hard. I understand we have to get the gate back on, but you're dizzy, you're sweaty, you're breathing hard.
Yep. That's what happens when it's 100 degrees. You're working. And what time is it? 10? I'm working since 5. So 5 hours out here.
Yeah. That's a lot in the summertime. Good thing you got started early.
Well, I just need to get this welded on top, and then we can get the gate back on it, get it shut. And then we'll worry about the opener tomorrow. We can just jam the gate so it can't be open.
Okay.
But we're almost there. It's just welding this track to the plate now.
Okay. And then you're done for the day, right?
Yes.
Friend's coming to help you. Hi, Leo. Are you coming over here to help us? Huh? Where are you? Hello. You good boy? Yeah. Me, a good boy. Oh, Sugar's jealous now. Gotta come over and get in on it. Huh? So we are out here. It's gotta be around 100. I'm not for sure the actual number, but it is hot. And Doug is sweating and trying to get him water and electrolytes and everything. And our friend just told us that a 37-year-old man was working on a roof yesterday in town, and he had heat stroke and died. He wasn't drinking enough water, and it's too hot to work here in the summers for very long if you're not in the shade. But he just told me this helpful hint about tasting your sweat. So lick the back of your hand. If you can taste salt, then that means you are still hydrated, and if you cannot taste salt, then you need electrolytes and water. So I hope that will help everybody out. And just prayers to that poor guy who lost his life working in the sun. It's horrible. Thank goodness we have some guys here today to help Doug get this back on the track, because I don't know if I could do it. That thing is heavy.
No, we gotta just bring it over onto the track. It'll go on the truck.
Okay, levántate ahí, levántalo. Espérate, hold on. Okay, levántate para acá. Okay.
On the track here.
Ya queda acá.
That's the otro lado.
Vamos, vamos. Levántale.
Un poco más.
Un poquito más, ¿no? Sí, espérate, quítate.
Aquí.
Nice move.
That's perfect.
All right, I'll let you out here.
Gracias,
Time
gracias,
for a
gracias.
Mexican
Siesta.
lunchtime.
Uh-huh.
Gracias, amigos.
Oh, gracias.
Oh my goodness, my gaga. See you guys.
Adios.
Hasta la vista.
Good morning, everybody. Well, I am back down here and working on the gate. Yesterday, I got the track all done and welded in, and it was really hot and pretty humid, and I got a little bit sick, overdid it a little bit, but luckily I kind of cut off just in time before I got really sick from the heat, and we got this thing back on the rail and going. So today I need to get the gate opener readjusted so that it will open the gate, because right now it isn't even touching the rail of the gate. You've got here the opening sprocket and the teeth for the gate opener, and I've got to raise this up. Two options would be I can move this track down, or I can move the opener up. It's much easier to move the track, or to move the opener, because this track is welded to the gate. Every one of these studs is welded onto the gate. So to move this down, I would have to cut all of these brackets, all of these studs off the gate, and then re-weld them all and line everything up down farther. So it's much easier to just raise the opener up a couple inches and do it that way. So we're gonna get this all apart. I've already turned off the power here, and you can see the opener bolts on with 4 bolts that are in slots. So we'll take these bolts off, and then I'll assess what the best way to raise this up is. Okay, I think I have the height set up with just some stuff propped down here. I'll show you here. Let me get this adjusted. And so with this 1-inch bar material and some thick washers, I have about the perfect height on this opener. You don't want the teeth all the way to the top, because that gives it some play to go up and down if the gate goes up and down when it moves. So that is a correct height. Now the next step is to figure out how to extend these bolts. So I've been to the store twice, because the first time I went with my original plan, which was to get these couplers and then try to join together 2 pieces. And then I looked at it, I was like, I'm gonna have to basically take this plate off anyways, and then I can take these bolts out. So I went back again and got longer bolts to replace. These are the original bolts that were in there, and now I got longer bolts. These will definitely be long enough, and then I can put these in here and flip this plate back over. So let's get that done here. Okay, I got these new studs in here. These are definitely going to come up long enough, far enough, because I'm going to have these spacers in here with 1 washer on top. So that'll get me far enough up out of this plate that I can get the bolts back on. And it doesn't matter if they stick up farther, because there's nothing there. There's pockets in this cover, so that won't be a problem. Okay, I got this thing welded up. It is hot already, but I got my new platform welded up. Basically got this raised up so that the opener will be in the correct position. Hopefully, cross your fingers. Let's see what happens. This bracket's in the way. All right. Okay. Then we'll slide this in and check it out. It's looking pretty good. That will go down a little tiny more to where we want it when I bolt all these down. So, okay, let's get this bolted down and see how it runs. I am out here. By the way, you like my hat? This hat, one of our friends who stayed with us, that we used to live next door, his friend that came with him gave me this hat, and it's reflective on the top, so it actually does make it a lot cooler when I wear it. And also it protects my ears. If I just wear a baseball hat, my ears get burnt. All right, I got this thing put back together. Let me get the opener because it is working, but I uncovered a issue. You can see the gate's working. Opening. Okay. The issue is, yeah, right there. That bolt right there sticks out too far, and now it hits the sprocket, which is not good. Good morning, everybody. It is early. I think it's about 5:45, and I'm getting started because got to get the work done before it gets too hot again. It's only look at that beautiful sunrise here at Pufferfishvillas. That is just incredible. Let me try to get the sky in here. Wow, looking beautiful here this morning, and I'm here to try to get the gate finished. I've been working on this 3 days now. This is the third day. Hopefully I can get finished in just a little bit. I need to put new bolts on the wheels and get them locked in, and then hopefully the gate will be all done and ready to go. And man, it's been hot and humid. It's 89 degrees right now. Just the sun's coming up. It's already 89 degrees, and I think it was 53% humidity on my little weather station I have here. So it's already hot, it's already humid, and the sun's not even up yet. So I'm gonna get out here, get my outside work done before it gets too late, and try to get one project in the books today. Time to get started here. I have braced up the gate. Here's the big gate. Now this gate weighs about 500 pounds, so it's hard for me to even lift this up and get this under, but I managed to do it myself here. And I wanted to free up the wheel, so you can see the wheel is freed up here, but not take it all the way off because I want it to stay right here. I just want to replace the bolt with my carriage bolt. So first I have to do is cut off this nut, because this nut is welded on, because these bolts that I had were not long enough, and I was afraid this nut was going to back off, so I tack welded it on. So we're going to cut this nut off of the bolt so that we can remove the bolt and put in the new ones. All right, let's get going. So that worked well. Bolt came right out. The wheel stayed right in place, so I don't have to try to get it back into place. Okay, before I get these carriage bolts in, I have to either cut off this square shoulder here, which is made to keep it from turning when you try to put the nut on, or I'm gonna have to drill this hole in the bracket bigger. But I realize that if I drill the hole in the bracket bigger, I'm going to be drilling right into the wheel bearing, and I'd rather cut these. So we'll see. Hopefully I can do this with the pliers because yeah, I don't want to go all the way back up and try to do this in the vise, but I might have to. We'll see if I can hold on to it with the pliers. Wish me luck. Put a nut on before I grabbed it because of course I chewed up these threads a little bit, but then the nut will clean the threads up when I take it off. Ow, it's hot. Okay, so now this should go through. Found a lock washer, the right size, 1/2 inch. Like that, so should be able to get this on the other side. And hopefully the bolt's long enough. Yes, it is to get in. I'm going to tighten it as much as I can, reaching under, but then I can just roll the gate out so I can get to the other side of it and finish up tightening this up. So no worries if I can't get it. Also, if this thing turns on this side, because I cut that square shoulder off, if this side turns, I will weld it, tack weld it, but it's not turning. And I am, that sound is just because it's rubbing on the track. You can see now, before the problem was this nut stuck out and it jammed against the opener. Now this new carriage bolt, even if it did tap the opener, it should slide up over there. So I fixed that problem. Now I just have to do the other wheel. So we'll pull this block out, set this back down on the track, and then repeat this on the other wheel. Finally, we got some success. Got the gate track in. We got the gate motor raised up so it can work the gate. Got everything adjusted, the wheels adjusted so that everything runs smoothly. And I've got the gate opener disconnected right now because I'm working on it, but we'll connect the gate opener here, and then we'll go see what happens when we push a button. And there you go. Operates nice and smooth now. It won't get caught on the track because there's no way for rocks to get trapped on this track. The wheel will just push them off the way it should have been done in the beginning. And this is all 1/4 inch steel, so this stuff is going to last for a long time. There we go, starting the other direction. Sounds nice and smooth except for the like a rough start there. Perfect. All right, another job in the books. This is probably one of the biggest jobs of the summer besides replacing the valves in the bathroom. So it's awesome to get this job done, and to get it done in 3 days. I was thinking 2 days, but had some problems and I was fighting the heat. Could only work like 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. each day, so it took me a little longer than I thought, but all right, one more in the books. I am super excited at having this gate completed and working smoothly now. Hopefully now we won't have to worry about it for many years to come. So another huge project off the books. We have several more projects to go this summer, so you're going to want to stay tuned. And thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you like the video. And never forget to live before you die. And finish the jobs before you die too, if you're going to work yourself to death. All right. See you later.